Good morning, students. Let us start our chapter. Previous class, I have discussed you about the introduction of this chapter. Now, let us start in a proper way. Note making and abstractions. Note making are otherwise also known as abstractions. Note making, as I have properly told you beforehand, to make notes. In higher studies, note making is otherwise known as abstractions. In the examination point of view, sometimes there is a given point that make a proper note of the passage given, but in higher studies they won't write note making, they write make an abstraction of this passage given. Okay, so try to remember both these words, which is very important. Now let's come to the point. Note making is a useful skill. It's a useful skill. It involves a useful exercise and practice for the reader, as we do exercise daily to for our physical fitness. Similar is the case here. We do have to solve exercises and longer piece of writing to make proper note. It involves a useful exercise and practice for the reader. Who are the reader? We are the reader. Now we are reading the passage, making notes of that passage. Now this is a proper exercise and proper practice for the reader. It enables a person to summarize relevant information. You are taking a proper information and accurate information from the written script, from the longer piece of writing, and from a given text, and try to summarize the information. You have collected your information from the written script, from the written article, from the longer piece of writing, and try to summarize that part, which is in the form of note making, right? The condensed form can be used whenever needed. This is the condensed form. Yani condensed means what? In a short form, in a very short way. You need to the condensed form can be used whenever you are in need. Now, what comes? The next topic comes, that is importance of notes. What is the importance of notes? First importance. Lengthy lessons can be condensed into short relevant pieces by making notes. Lengthy lessons means what? A very lengthy lessons. Suppose for example 50 pages lessons, 30 pages lessons, and so on. So these lessons can be condensed, can be put in a short way, in a short relevant pieces by pieces, by making notes in the form of notes. So you need to understand those lessons in the form of notes. Now, notes help in storing supplementary material taken from reference books or journals. Now, what do you do if you are supposed to make notes of any lessons, any chapters? So, what do? You take sort of reference books. Suppose, for example, you are taking English book or English authors. There are several authors, they have given a note in the related same topic, right? So you need to relate that authors, all the authors books are kept in the same channel, and you need to read all the authors books and completely take the material from all the authors books and make a proper note as according to you like. So notes help in storing supplementary material. From where you are storing those supplementary material? From the reference books or journals. Now, what do you mean by journals? Journals means what? The researchers who do research, who do discoveries, the inventions, all these books are kept in the column of journals. Nobody is allowed to touch these journals books. The person who are in the research field can be allowed to touch these books, and those people can understand these type of books. Now we are only allowed to handle this reference books. Okay. Now, third point is what, which is very important. Notes help in making a speech or writing an article. Now, making a speech and writing an article, both is in a different form. Speech is in a verbal form and article is in a written form. Clear? So why in which process notes help? Why? For example, if I told you to give a speech tomorrow related in this related topic, right? Now you go home, make a proper note, and remember that note, remember that script, and tomorrow you will tell that speech. Clear? But when you are able to stand in the desk and try to give the speech, what do? You took a chit of paper, a small sheet of paper, and in that paper you are only allowed to write the main important lines, the main important points which is related to your speech, not all the script, only the main important points, the main important lines. And by looking those lines, by looking those points, you will be able to give your speech in a proper way, in an accurate way, and only related to your topic. You would not move to the other topic. So this is the benefit while giving a speech. If you prepare a proper note, then you will be strictly related to your topic. You won't move from one topic to the other topic. Similar is the case in the written skill, in the written part. While you're writing an article, before starting an article or any longer piece of writing, make a proper note of that, only the important points, and according to the points try to solve the article, try to write the articles. Clear? What will happen, that you won't move to this another topic, you will be strictly related to your own article question which the topic is given, and do not move to the other related topic. So this is the benefit of making notes beforehand while speaking, giving a speech or writing an article. Clear? Now come to the next point. Notes help in remembering the information collected. Now, according to the first point, as we have told about the lengthy lessons, lengthy chapters, articles, speech, each and everything. Now, you have collected some information from your supplementary material, from your books, from your articles, from your net, and each and every part. Okay. Now, notes help in remembering. While you have made some notes, while preparing notes, or you have prepared notes of that related chapter, then it would become easier in remembering those chapters, in remembering those lessons, those articles, those longer piece of writing, the information collected. Okay, so it gives you in a short form, in a short way, and you need to remember those part in a very proper and a very short way. Next, notes come in a handy form for a quick revision before the examination. Yes, it is true. It comes in a handy form. You can move from one place to another. Even you can keep with yourself. And before entering the examination hall, yes, it is true. You give a proper quick revision to those notes, and you enter in the examination, which is very beneficial and which is very helpful to you. Next point, notes help in understanding the text in a better way. The text, the lessons, the chapters, the articles, the speech, the written part is very helpful to understand when you make those lessons, those chapters in the form of notes. So notes help in understanding the text in a better way. Thank you. We'll continue in the next class.